Good morning and welcome back to Gasbutio Tabletop Football, where we've got a bit of a problem, haven't we? So, got a game set up to go there. We spent all that time getting all the players out, getting everyone ready to go. But I think before that game kicks off, I want to have a bit of practice flicking. And like most people, I don't have space in here to set up a second table. Now, those of you that have been around for since the start of Gasbutio will remember that originally I used to use this. It's just a bit of MDF with an old cloth Subbuteo pitch on. Unfortunately, you can't just plonk that on this table because there's nothing on the back, so it would squash all the players. And we don't want that to happen. So how are we going to get around this? Well, of course, if you've been watching this little mini-series, you already know the answer, and that is by way of using this new training pitch table. Is that on camera? Yeah, mostly that'll do. Let's move it across a bit for you. Now that sits neatly over that team. They are completely undisturbed under there. And then what we can do is pick up the old rubber-backed Pegasus playing pitch and place it on there. And doesn't that look pretty? Now, if you remember in the sort of other episodes of this, I was talking about whether I was going to paint it or not. I decided to go with a stain and a light varnish. I did sand down the edges a little bit, but not too much. So it's got a bit of a rough and ready vibe to it, like many of us. However, one thing I did measure was if we pull this forward, get an old goal, a metal goal I made, if you remember that. And we are ready to go. Kicking keeper, back of the net. He was so excited, he jumped out of his base. Look at that, amazing. So that's ready now. So that's that done. Another little project done. And a good idea if you are struggling for space. I know I am. I mean, it'd be very nice if you could have loads of tables, but there's a very limited amount of space in here. I mean, I'm lucky enough that I'm able to keep this set up. Some people don't have that. So, I mean, this is a good idea. Now, you can buy things like this very professionally made rather than the sort of ragtag thing that I've put together here. But they, as beautiful as they are a little bit expensive. And this one, really, I suppose if you were buying the timber, it's going to cost you little more than perhaps 40 quid or something. But there it is. You are going to see much more of that in the coming months and years of Gasbutio Tabletop Football, because now we have somewhere to do our training. Pink football, anyone? Miss, terrible. Let's try again with a orange one. In fact, let's stick a keeper in. Keeper against keeper action. Let's go from this starting spot. Do you reckon he can get past? Yes, it's a goal! And it's certainly a goal for Gasbutio Stadium with this new training pitch created. Look at that for a link. Anyway, I've got to go because we've got something going on later on today, which I've got to get ready for. But I will be back before we go and do that for a special St. George's Day match between England and Scotland, which is already set up on the table. Until then, up the gas!